Sponsored by ginandtonically.com for all your gin and tonically needs.
Hello gin lovers, welcome back. I'm Bobby Freeman and today, my friends, we're going to be trying a gin that not many of you will have heard of. However, I guarantee a lot of you will have heard of its namesake. For this, my friends, is none other than Downton Abbey Gin. Now then, I must confess that despite being British, I haven't watched a lot of Downton Abbey, not least because I actually auditioned to be in it twice. I auditioned to be in the Christmas special and also in the movie as well, and I didn't get either of the parts, so I thought, Sodom, I'm not going to watch it. However, I know a lot of people do, and this is my one chance to say that I was involved in some small, infinitesimal way in Downton Abbey. But as always, before we get stuck in, thank you to my wonderful, beautiful and fantastic sponsors, ginandtonically.com. And of course, a huge thank you to another one of my subscribers who's very kindly joined the ranks of my Patreon. So Beccaroni and Cheese, that's an awesome name. Thank you very much. I am forever in your debt and I salute you. So let us see what they have to say for themselves on the website, shall we? And because it is Downton Abbey, I think it's only right to do it in the style of a very posh English aristocrat. So here we go. The official Downton Abbey Gin is expertly concocted using only the finest and freshest botanicals and Harrogate spring water from North Yorkshire, right in the heart of Downton Abbey country. What? The botanicals are hand-picked, not by us, by the staff, you know, from the resplendent 750-year-old gardens at the historical and beautiful Ripley Castle estate, don't you know? Fresh limes and ginger root from the Victorian hothouse, together with English rose water, makes this gin a drink of true character and distinction. Rather like myself, I do believe. What? Perfect over a game of gin rummy. I say, tally-ho! Toodle-pip, mum's the word. Bloody good show, old chap. Good Lord, Gerald, put your trousers back on, you're scaring the children. So, my friends, enough frivolity for one day. Let's get stuck in, shall we? And I do believe we can see straight away we most definitely have a cork. And we know what that means. It's the Cork Test.
The Cork Test.
So, here we go. It has a little seal on it. So, let's just break that seal like so. And we go for the squeak. Do we have a squeak? Oh, my goodness. Would you listen to that? Harmonious. Oh, it's like a symphony of violins. Excellent. That's possibly the best squeak we've ever had. That's a very good start. Let's go for the full pull. Here we go. Oh, a good, healthy, good old-fashioned British cork sound. I tell you what, that could possibly be, we should keep a scoreboard for this. That was possibly the best cork test ever. So let's get it in the old glass, shall we? A beautifully clean pour. Excellent stuff. So, oh, it's a lively one, this one. I take that. Ooh. It's kind of full of sharp flavours and sort of zizzing and zazzing and sort of fizzing and sort of a sherbety sort of... I like the smell of that. I wasn't too sure when they talked about ginger and rose water, but... Blimey, it smells quite strong. What is it? What's the ABV? 43%, not too strong, but it's about right. That's what we like, about sort of normal London gin standards. Anyway, let's not sniff them too long. Let's get the old tonic in. As you can see by the condensation dripping off my bottle today, it's a very hot day in London, so I can't wait to get stuck into some of this. So here we go. I don't know if you can see the little bit of condensation coming out of there. I love that. Right then, what do we think? I think that's probably about right. Just enough to release the old flavours. Just trying to hand off there. Right then, my friends, here we go. I would have worn the tuxedo for the whole video, but I was literally sweating to death. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Downton Abbey Gin, a cheers. Okay, I'd say it's nice. I would say it's okay. It's not bad. I would definitely order one of those and enjoy it. However, I would say it's kind of not delivering in the flavours as much as I thought it was going to from the sniff test. It's kind of, they're all there. You can taste that. It's not overwhelming with ginger, which I quite like, because I'm not a big fan of the ginger. I feel like the flavours are sort of leaping leaping into your mouth, but they're not quite making it. They don't leap very high, if that makes sense. It's kind of like the flavours that they promise a lot, but they kind of dissipate. They're there on your tongue for a second, like sort of dancing away the sort of the, as I say, the zizziness of that sort of slight bit of ginger and that sort of rosiness. And there's a certain sort of herbaceous to it, sort of notes to it as well. Tiny bit of floral as well, but they kind of just disappear. They're there for a second and then they're gone in a flash. But don't forget, this is me being hypercritical here. I mean, it's just, it's not a bad gin. In fact, I'd say it's quite refined, I suppose. Rather reserved, you know, rather like a sort of English gentleman. Doesn't show off too much, doesn't want to sort of blow one's own trumpet, but just kind of holds everything back, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But, I kind of would have liked to have been a bit more like a English gentleman who's had a few drinks at a party and lets himself go, you know, undoes his bow tie a little bit and struts his stuff and just lets loose on the dance floor and just lets everything spill all over the place. But I suppose that's kind of what they're going for. As you say, a little bit more reserved, a little bit more refined and fine. And I think a lot of people will really like it. Personally, it's not going to send me into the stratosphere like I do sometimes in my videos. You know, it just sends. But sometimes some people say I put it on. I genuinely don't. I just, you know, sort of, it just flows out of me. I just do whatever comes naturally. You know, sometimes when I try a gin, I'm just like this. It's not going to send me into that sort of level, but it's perfectly good. And I recommend you definitely try it, and I'll be very, very interested to hear what people think of it. So, how much is it going to cost you? Are you going to need to be able to own a English country estate to be able to afford to buy it? And in some ways, I'd say yes, because it's not a cheap gin, okay? It's going to be around the £30 mark, okay, which is about $37 and about 33 euros. I don't know what it is further afield, but that's the equivalent of, anyway. So the big question is it a gimmick? In some ways, yeah. I think if you're going to put a name of a TV show on a gin, yeah, it is by definition a bit of a gimmick. However, it's still gin. It's still got juniper in there. Someone's obviously taken time over it, which I like and which I admire. And as I say, give it a go yourself because you might bloody well like it. So my friends, I hope you've enjoyed this video today, not least because, as I say, it's the hottest day of the year and I was literally dying in that tuxedo. If you think it was all worth it, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, press the like button, and also if you want to support my channel like Beccaroni and Cheese did, head over to my Patreon page as well. And of course, thanks again to my wonderful sponsors, ginandtonically.com. But until next time, guys, I will see you then. I am Bobby Freeman. Stay safe and keep drinking the gin.